I have a story. Well, more of a personal experience in which I was reached out to by a spirit. I refuse to say ghost because it's a demeaning word that takes the past human life out of the picture. But as I was saying, the spirit reached out to me. I didn't know at the time, but I was in a lot of danger. I was reading a long Facebook status, like I usually do when I get bored. It was something about some girl's problems at school. Oh well. That's when my screen went black. I tried to turn off my computer and turn it back on, but it didn't work, so I went to bed. At around 11:50 a.m., my cell phone started ringing, so I answered it, not bothering to check the caller ID. On the other end, I heard a woman whispering to get out of my room. I called her crazy and hung up. Then, something started tapping on my window. This freaked me the fuck out, so I took my knife and went outside and around my house to my window. But something was wrong. The thing I saw was not a human or any animal I've ever seen before. That's when my phone rang again, and it answered itself. All I heard was static, but when I looked up again, I saw a woman standing there in front of whatever the thing standing outside my window was. She yelled at me, saying that I should have listened to her. I was trying to make sense of everything. That's when I remembered that my house was built on a graveyard. And I could see through the woman. She was holding a small child, and the creature had disappeared. I wondered to myself, why did that just happen? But before I could finish the thought, she looked at me and said, "Leave, now." I didn't believe what I had just seen was real, so I approached her, and she grabbed my arm. When I looked back up at her, she was gone. In her place was a sight I'll never be able to forget, even after I die. The creature was there, glaring into my eyes, burning its image into my soul. My heart felt like it skipped a few beats. And then I was alone, laying down on the cold grass under a tree, silent, lonely. I decided to get up and go inside. That's when I felt it. The cold hands of someone familiar, but somewhat unclear. It was my best friend. But last time I'd seen her, she was in a casket, killed by a drunk driver, and I was thrown out of the car. She smiled and said, "I missed you." When I saw her smile, I knew it was not a dream. I've never been able to replicate it in any of my dreams, no matter how hard I tried. I knew my time was done, and when I looked back at my window one last time, I saw that the house had been abandoned for what looks like a very long time. Now we go around terrorizing any lost souls that believe they are still alive, like I once did. Now that you've been warned, I recommend double-checking things and making sure that the shadows are actually the wind blowing the leaves in the trees.